Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here, once again with Marty Music. Thank you so much for the continued support, you guys. I've got an awesome countdown for you. There's no denying that the Beatles are one of the most important bands in the history of music. The contributions they made both collectively and individually to rock and pop alike are insurmountable. Each member of the band has shown through their prolific careers, during and after their tenure with the band, that they can write an insanely catchy melody. But I might argue that they were all at the top of their game when they were the Beatles. So today, we're counting down some of the greatest Beatles songs. Let's go. Strawberry Fields Forever. Strawberry Fields Forever is one of the Beatles' most influential songs, not to mention an excellent contribution to the psychedelic rock genre. The song is angelic, but it's still slightly off in such a mesmerizing way. The dreamy lyrics and creative recording techniques in this song helped elevate the Beatles beyond that of just a good pop band. Come Together. Now, no disrespect to cover songs and Aerosmith, but for my money, it doesn't get better than the original Come Together. It's a great song to introduce children to the Beatles because until you've heard a 3-year-old scream, "Toe Jam Football," you haven't lived. The song possesses one of the greatest bass lines ever written. Anyone who wants to argue with me about Paul's bass playing abilities, just go listen to Come Together. Yesterday, bub. Possibly one of Paul McCartney's greatest melodies, Yesterday is poignant and tragic, but still beautiful. Like most of the songs on this list, several other musicians have covered it, but none of these performances match McCartney's. The original version perfectly captures the tone of the song, and just like all of Sir Paul's best performances, it's beautifully sincere. Cant Buy Me Love. The classic Beatles pop tune Cant Buy Me Love is one of the songs that introduced the Beatles to the world. Sure, it made teen girls from the 60s swoon, but its 12-bar blues format gives it a vibe that transcends the trappings of a standard pop tune. And if we were talking about it in isolation, I'm sure you'd have it stuck in your head the rest of the day. Here Comes the Sun. George Harrison's contributions to Abbey Road are some of the best songs from his entire career, and clearly helped to make Abbey Road a more humanist record. No silver hammers or octopus gardens here, just the sunshine and a beautiful melody. Something. Yet another paean to the enigmatic Pattie Boyd. Something is George Harrison at his most romantic, and his second Killer Abbey Road track. And when George goes romantic, he goes all out. George's spirituality evolved through the 60s, and he told Rolling Stone magazine in 1976, quote, "All love is part of a universal love. When you love a woman, it's the God in her that you see." That's something, all right. Revolution. Of course, these days you're most likely to hear Revolution in a commercial, but that doesn't keep this song from being one of the Beatles', and specifically John Lennon's, best. The distorted guitar riff that starts the song immediately grabs your attention and also works as an excellent alarm clock. Hey Jude. Written by Paul for John's young son Julian to help him cope with his parents' divorce, Hey Jude is somehow an inspiring ballad and also the most lighters-in-the-air sing-along of the entire Beatles catalog. The song's melodic hook is so good, words would just clutter it up. Just a few repeating nas are all it needs. A Day in the Life. This iconic closing track on Sgt. Pepper is probably the most Lennon-McCartney of all Lennon-McCartney songs. Literally, one part John, one part Paul, and a little bit of LSD, A Day in the Life is an absolute masterpiece of both songwriting and production. Let It Be. One of the reasons the Beatles have stood the test of time is because how their sound evolved over the short history of the band. From Mercy Beat and psych rock to romantic ballads and, of course, Let It Be. The title track to their final album, Let It Be, is pure McCartney, which means that even though things are coming to an end, there's still an undercurrent of hope to be found. Would you like to be in an octopus's garden? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're down there, please subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you real soon.